Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Wellsy Weekly Podcast, the show where I talk about anything and everything. How's everybody doing? You doing good today? I have currently got the song Hot in Here by Nelly stuck in my head, right? And it's because I saw a meme that was just like, it's getting cold in here, so put on all your clothes. And you didn't need to know any of that, but I just thought I might as well tell you because it's fun. Anyway, so today I want to talk about fictional universes because, the world's a little drab, especially considering it's raining at the moment. So, my question for you today is, which fictional universe would you like to live in? Let me know down in the comments below, or if you've come from my Facebook page, you can message me on there as well. And to kick things off, we have the Pixar universe. Now, if you don't know what the Pixar universe is, have you been living under a rock? Secondly, it's the Disney Pixar universe, so it's like that 3D Pixar stuff. So stuff like Monsters Inc., Cars, Toy Story, them kinds of movies. And I'd really like to live in it, to be honest. For one simple reason, talking animals. I'd love to know what an animal's thinking, right? Especially my dog. I imagine he'd just constantly be asking for a cup of tea, but who knows. I also like the dogs from Up as well, with like the little collars, and just like Doug, he's just like, squirrel! It'd be great. So I kind of want one of those collars for my own dog, which would be really fun. What else? Oh yeah, nobody seems to die in Pixar movies. I mean, I know it's a kids' film, so they're not really meant to die, which is because it'd be mean and evil. But yeah, nobody seems to die in that universe, which is quite nice. I'd like to live in a more marshmallowy kind of world, like a soft and fluffy kind of world. Although saying all that, Disney and Pixar have kind of just released a teaser trailer for a new film called Soul, which I don't know if the name gives it away, but it might have something to do with your soul. So maybe people might actually die in this universe. I hope not, otherwise my last point's just completely gone out the window. Oh well, moving on from that, the next world I'd like to live in is Skyrim. Now it's very different to the Pixar world because, there's a lot of death in Skyrim. It's like you can literally go up to any NPC and just kill them. But it's just a game, so it's fine. But yeah, I'd like to live in the Skyrim universe, or like Tamriel and all that kind of stuff. Because, first of all, I could choose to be an elf. Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm about 5'9", 5'8", which means I'm about average height. But I swear to God, I can't find anybody who's shorter than me. Everybody else is just 6 foot fudge. It's really annoying. And if I was an elf, I'd get to be a lot taller. I mean, yes, I'd have to have pointy ears and be good at archery. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take, just going around with a bow and arrow. Maybe not in tights like Robin Hood did, but you get the idea. Second reason why I'd live in Skyrim? Dragons, obviously. I'd get to ride dragons or, control a dragon. That would be awesome. I'd also get to have a dragon shout as well. So if anybody's just really annoying me, I can just go, whoa! And, they just blow away, which would be quite funny to watch, to be fair. I'd do it constantly. And, no more global warming either. Because that's like a big issue at the moment. It's just like being shoved in our faces, and for good reason, because it is an important issue. But in this universe, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Because everywhere's lush and it's got trees and, it's all nice and all timey-wimey and stuff. So, no global warming or no issues of that. At least not for another few hundred years, when the world just messes up again. And the final universe that I'd like to live in is the SpongeBob SquarePants universe. Now, I bet you're wondering, why do you want to live in the SpongeBob SquarePants universe? Well, for starters, you get to live underwater, which would be really cool. So basically, I'd be wearing like the suit like that squirrel wears. Is it Sandy? I want to say it's Sandy. Sandy wears that like space uniform underwater. It'd be really fun to go walk around with a goldfish ball on my head. Second of all, we're talking about the old SpongeBob universe, not like the new, like updated one. I know it's all the same universe, but the new one just looks slightly weird to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because I originally watched the older ones first. Maybe I get nostalgia from that. But the new one just looks a little weird, to be honest, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah. So we're talking about the old SpongeBob universe. I'd get to wear a goldfish ball on my head. And I really want to try one of these Krabby Patties because I don't think they're going to be as good as everybody thinks they are going to be. It's like Plankton's constantly stealing trying to steal the secret formula. I'm just like, Well, just get good at cooking, and then, or better at cooking, and then maybe you wouldn't have to steal the formula, you know? I also think they're going to be like crab-filled burgers, which I imagine would taste quite nice, but still not as good as everybody makes out to be. Also, that'd make Mr. Krabs like a cannibal. Ooh, that wouldn't be a good idea. Oh, maybe I don't want to live in this universe. So, with all that said and done, they're just a few of the universes I'd like to live in. If you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know down in the comments down below, or if you've come from Facebook, just type a little something on there as well. Now, a lot of people tell me that I've got good story ideas, and I do create a lot of story ideas in my head. It was like, I was in a lecture the other day, and it was to do with like games audio and stuff. Instead of actually listening to the lecturer like I should have been, I accidentally took a few things out of context and created a little story about how the map we're working on at the moment is kind of deserted, and the lecturer's just been kidnapping everybody in the city because he's a madman. I was actually also in another lecture as well, where I'd created the story of just like the lecturer being a supervillain, and he was taking over the world with his freezer drones. You know, so I really should be paying more attention in lectures, but it was a good story. And that's what I want to talk about. I've got an idea for a story that I mentioned to one of my friends about a few weeks ago, and I just want to see what everybody else thinks of it. So, I've called it The World of Dr. Light. Now, this is a story about how 10 people mysteriously get struck by green lightning. They wake up in a 1950s aesthetic style town. It's completely deserted. But when it turns night, creatures seem to appear, so to speak. I won't spoil everything. But the basic plot of the story is essentially just a group of survivors trying to, you know, survive in this new, strange environment. Kind of like Lost, but not as weird. And it's not just a dream. Am I allowed to say that now? I mean, Lost is a really old show, so I imagine I'm allowed to spoil it. Spoiler warnings in case you haven't seen Lost and would like to see Lost. So yeah, a group of survivors just, you know, surviving in this new world, filled with like monsters I'm calling Shadow Men, and that'll be explained throughout the story. And it's called The World of Dr. Light because of the main antagonist. I don't want to spoil too much in case like people actually like this idea and actually want to kind of read it or want me to develop it. But yeah, it's a story about just like, you know, survival, some plot twists here and there, kind of science fiction-y towards the end. Yeah, definitely science fiction-y, because I like the idea of physics and like how we can incorporate like the theoretical side of stuff into like stories and stuff, which is where I got a lot of ideas from. So yeah, if you like the idea of this story and you want me to develop it, or if you've got any questions about it, let me know down below in the comments. I'm more than happy to share my ideas, and if you've got any suggestions as how I could start it or develop it, because I kind of want to start or write a story. I don't know where to start or how to go about it, because like I said earlier, I've got a lot of story ideas, but I need someone to help develop them, and I'd love to like share them or get them across into the world. It'd be quite fun and quite interesting, I think, just to develop a world or a universe where the laws of physics and nature just work a little differently to our own. It's like, what if this happened, or what if that happened, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think that's about it from me today. Just a reminder that the question of today was, which fictional universe would you like to live in? It doesn't have to be one from TV or movie, it could be a book one, so like Hunger Games. I'm trying to think of other stories, I can't think of any right now. But yeah, any universe that you would like to live in, let me know down below in the comments, or if you've come from my Facebook page, drop us a message on there as well. And if you're interested in my idea of the world of Dr. Light, let me know there as well. But anyway guys, thank you for listening, I hope you've enjoyed, and as always, enjoy your cuppa.